Pairing strategies for finfish. Lean finfish goes well with crisp acidic white wines like Chenin Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Gris, unoaked Chardonnay, Riesling, and sparkling wines. The unoaked, by the way, I've been talking about that. I believe that means it's not put in the oak barrels, or it's not left there for too long or something like that, so it doesn't get the oaky flavor from the barrel. Fatty finfish can pair most effective with medium to full-bodied white wine with light or full oak, meaning it is in an oak barrel. Wines such as Fumé Blanc, Chardonnay, Viognier, or light-bodied reds with light tannins such as Gamay or Pinot Noir. Sushi pairs well with crisp acidic, light to medium-bodied white wines or sparkling wines such as Pinot Blanc or Champagne. Finfish pairings. What type of wine should be served with a fatty finfish dish like a poached salmon? That would be a Chardonnay. Pairing strategies for shellfish. Snails or mussels pair well with light to medium acidic white wines such as Alsatian Riesling, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Blanc, unoaked Chardonnay, or Pinot Grigio Gris. Crustaceans are often paired with rich butter or mayonnaise-based sauces. Medium to full-bodied white wines such as Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, or Viognier pair well with them. If baked or boiled with garlic, breadcrumbs, butter, and fresh herbs, pair with a red wine such as Pinot Noir, Cabernet Franc, or Gamay. Pairing strategies for poultry. Because most poultry is light and fairly neutral, particularly chicken and turkey, the wine is often paired according to the cooking method and the sauce rather than the chicken and the turkey. Whole poultry, because of the increased flavors associated with caramelization and fat on the skin, works with full whites such as Chardonnay or Viognier, and light-bodied reds with low tannins such as Pinot Noir or Gamay. Light meat poultry works well with light to medium-bodied white wines such as Pinot Grigio, Pinot Gris, Pinot Blanc, Riesling, unoaked Chardonnay. I checked on that unoaked. It does mean it wasn't in an oak barrel. Gruyere Veltliner, Sauvignon Blanc. Dark meat poultry works well with medium to full-bodied white wines such as Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Viognier. Light-bodied red wines with low tannins such as Pinot Noir, Barbera, Cabernet Franc, Gamay. How much do I expect you to remember? Not much. Just write a few notes. Understand that it exists, so when you're going to serve some poultry, check it out, check the book, check the slideshow, check Google. Whole duck or goose can work well with rich-bodied white wines such as Riesling, a German Spätlese or an Auslese. Pairing strategies for pork. Baby back pork ribs that have been smoked and barbecued work well with a medium to full-bodied red wine such as Shiraz, Zinfandel, or Merlot. Looks like a test question there. What do you serve with baby back ribs? Zinfandel. Pork meat has a natural sweetness, so it tends to work well with rich fruit-concentrated white wines such as Riesling or fruit-dominated red wines. Sometimes salty or smoky component in ham works well with white wines with a moderate to high acidity and some residual sugar for balance, such as Riesling or Rosé. Pairing wine with veal. Most veal cuts are often tender with delicate meat, so they work well with a full-bodied white wine such as Chardonnay or Viognier, and with light to medium-bodied red wines such as Pinot Noir, Gamay, and Sangiovese. Veal shank is a tougher cut that often is braised for hours to tenderize it. Through the cooking process, the collagen melts into the meat and the cooking liquid, and the flavors concentrate. So the veal shanks can pair well with full-bodied red wines such as Nebbiolo, Syrah, Shiraz, Zinfandel, or Cabernet Sauvignon. Lamb. When lamb is roasted, it's often crusted with a healthy dose of herbs, spices like rosemary, mint, or garlic that increases the flavor. Therefore, lamb works well with medium to full-bodied red wines that have a savory and earthy flavor, such as Syrah, Merlot, Shiraz, Cabernet Sauvignon, Sangiovese, and Grenache. Pairings for beef. Naturally juicy and tender cuts of beef from the loin area pair well with medium to full-bodied red wines such as Zinfandel or Syrah. Less tender cuts of beef pair well with Pinot Noir. And rare to medium rare meat pairs well with medium to full-bodied red wines such as Syrah or Shiraz. So you can see here, and previously there was a couple also where they talked about the difference between whether the person is going to eat the meat rare or whether they're going to have um, well done meat would depend. So if you know your guests and you know what they're going to have, you would recommend how do you like the beef, and then pair the wine after you know that. Some more beef strategies. Naturally juicy and tender cuts of beef from the loin area, steaks and roasts, have substantial marbling or fat and body, which allows them to work well with medium to full-bodied red wines such as Zinfandel, Shiraz, Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Tougher cuts of beef that have been fully coagulated, stewed, or braised work well with lighter to medium-bodied red wines such as Malbec, Pinotage, Pinot Noir, Syrah blends, Sangiovese, and Tempranillo. I murdered that one previously, so 1 out of 3 is not bad. It's actually pronounced Tempranillo. Rare to medium rare with uncoagulated proteins meat pairs excellently with medium to full-bodied red wines like Syrah, Shiraz, Touriga Nacional, Zinfandel, Sangiovese, Nebbiolo, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Medium well to well done with coagulated proteins meat pairs excellently with light to medium-bodied red wines. Wine and a sandwich is a great combination. Cold sandwich works better with a cold white or sparkling wine, such as a Riesling, Pinot Grigio, Pinot Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, unoaked Chardonnay, also a light Blanc de Blanc sparkling wine. So there's a bunch for you to remember there. Cold sandwiches, Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay. Sauce such as ketchup, mustard, mayo will work with a medium to full-bodied white wine such as Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay. Beef burgers work better with a light to medium-bodied red wine such as Pinot Noir, Gamay, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Sangiovese, Dolcetto, and Barbera. Let's do a little history of the U.S. wine industry, which is actually pretty new, especially compared to Europe. As of 2008, wine was produced commercially in all 50 states through 5,587 American wineries, according to the TTB, whatever that is. This is a dramatic increase back in 1975. 1975, like 36 years ago, when the wine industry was in its adolescence in the U.S. There were only 579 wineries in the whole U.S. It's become the place I found when I was doing the California wine tour. This is where all the doctors and lawyers and Indian chiefs that think it would be more fun to be on a farm with the grapes go. It's amazing how many people were doctors and were lawyers, and now they grow grapes. The top 4 significant wine producing states in America are California, Washington State, New York, and Oregon. Jumps in my mind if you want to be a sommelier, the place to go to college for that is UC Davis, University of California at Davis. Found that out on my wine tours. That is the place to go, so you can Google it and find out. In California alone, there's approximately 2,440 wineries that produce roughly 90% of all the wine in the U.S. California has grown from 150 wineries in 1960 to about 2,440 in 2008. The Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon grape varietals are significant historically to California as they brought initial prestige and success. Up until 1976, France was generally regarded as the best producer of wines throughout the world, but on May 24, 1976, everything changed. Stag's Leap Cabernet Sauvignon, 1973 vintage from the Stag's Leap AVA in California's Napa Valley, beat out 4 top red Bordeaux. Chateau Montella Chardonnay 1973 vintage from California's Sonoma County beat out 4 top white Burgundies to win its category. And today, 2011, California's kicking butt. Great wine tour. If you ever get a chance to do that, you just have to do it. It's not cheap. They charge you like $15, $20 for a wine tasting. You go from one to the next, but really awesome. That's the way to learn wines. Beautiful and just a fun experience. And bring a driver who doesn't drink.